Part 22, realistic New York Knicks franchise coming off the Pacers win against the Pacers, lost to the Miami Heat at their house. Quickly led us with 27. Another struggle for Devin Booker, only 12 points. Westbrook struggled as well. And now we're going to roll to face the Washington Wizards, where we got a close win. Booker led us with 17 in that game. Lose on the road to the Memphis Grizzlies. Devin Booker only had 13 in that ball game. He's been struggling this season, only averaging 15 points. Westbrook had 12. Our backcourt, which you thought would be a strong suit, has been the weakest part of the team so far this season. Westbrook only shooting 29% from 3, 42% shooting. Booker is only averaging 15. We still imagine a win because our front court has been solid, particularly Cam Reddish. We at home for the second time to face the Brooklyn Nets this season. It's 2024-25 season. We got the win against the Nets, 121-90, led by Emmanuel Quickly. Kevin Durant at 31 against us. The Pistons number 1 in the East right now, followed by the Hornets, Heat. And you got the Knicks, Hawks, Cleveland, Boston, who stepped it up. Philly's still struggling as well as Brooklyn. In Milwaukee. Dallas and Clippers near the bottom of the West. In the top 4, you got the Grizzlies, Suns, Warriors, and Lakers. Now we going home against the top team in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, led by Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey. It was a 50-win ball club last year, losing in the first round of 7 games to the Bucks. And they beat us 129-116. Got 27 and 10 from Randall, 22 apiece from Russ and Booker. Ultimately lost the game. Lost back-to-back games, losing to Giannis and the Bucks. Got 28 from Booker, but it was a lot losing effort. We faced the Bucks again after a day of rest. We lost 2 straight at the Bucks' house. Giannis gave us 33 and 16. Got 8 out of Westbrook. Booker struggled. He's still only averaging 16.5 points so far this season. In a complete struggle. The team been struggling lately, losing 3 straight. And got a win in Charlotte. It was a big win. Got 29-11 from Randall, 26 from Booker. Westbrook had 4 points and 11 assists, only 2 turnovers. Struggled from the field, but he had a good floor game. And we at home against the Golden State Warriors. The Clippers moved Norman Powell for Duncan Robinson in a draft pick. And we at home against the Golden State Warriors. They lost in 7 in the first round after 2 straight finals appearances to the Mavericks. We got the win 123-120 against Golden State, led by 26 from Reddish and 21 from Quickly. Booker had 19. Westbrook had 10 points, 12 assists, 0 turnovers, 25 for Curry. Clay only averaging 15 so far this season. Another home game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lost Karl Anthony Towns this offseason to the LA Lakers. Now it's up to OG Anunoby and Anthony Edwards, and we got the win 102-97, led by 18 from Booker. Leading the way, splits and got better, 48%, 38% from 3. 22 from Derek Six to lead their way. Now we at home against the San Antonio Spurs, who off to a solid start this season, led by Shaedon Sharpe, former Kentucky product who never actually even played a game there. We got the W 117-108, led by 25 from Reddish. Booker at 23, a solid team performance. You get a day of rest before you have a home game against defending champion Boston Celtics. The difference this year, they weren't able to retain the rights of D'Angelo Russell. He made his way to the 10 they beat the Dallas Mavericks. And the Celtics won 103-100, beating us despite season high from Devin Booker, 32. Westbrook only had 4 points, only shot 5 shots. Tatum at 33. And we got a road game against the Rockets where we lost 2 straight. Got a triple-double from Sabonis. Booker had a big game leading us. Westbrook had another game where he struggled. Can't trade Russ until December 22nd. Got to rock out Russ for the moment. We've been liking what Russ been giving us past couple of years. It's like the fit with Devin Booker ain't been as natural as we thought, especially with Russ getting older. Bucks moved Shake Milton to bring in Harrison Barnes. We lost our third straight game. Despite 31 from Booker, Westbrook had another struggle that game. We're going to move Russ to the bench moving forward just off of fit. Just off what's going on. It ain't been working for us as much this season. Had the best record in the East last year. We've been kind of struggling this season after bringing in Devin Booker, getting rid of R.J. Barrett. And the Raptors off the 6-14 start. A lot of people thought they was going to be a good team. We got off to a high start against the Raptors, but they came right back to make this a series close game. We end up still pulling out the victory by 20 points, led by a near triple-double performance from Julius Randle. Solid night from Booker and Reddish. Westbrook had a solid game coming off the bench, averaging 11 and 7 so far this year, only 23% from three, down from 31% last year. We got to have a road game against the Utah Jazz. The Pistons number one in the East, followed by the Celtics, Hornets, Hawks. Then you got the Knicks, the fifth seed as of right now. LaMelo Ball been playing high-level basketball so far this season, as well as Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey averaging around 30 and 10 almost. He's playing like an MVP. And Brooklyn and Milwaukee starting to play a little better. Still got Golden State at the top of the Western Conference this year, losing the first round last year. They brought in Chris Middleton up to scrap heap after he's been declining the past couple of years. Now that's a solid player to just have in rotation to go with Clay and Steph. That's why their team is right back to playing dominant basketball. The Mavericks have recovered somewhat after a slow start. They still one game under 500. Got a big road win against the Jazz led by Emmanuel Quigley. Only had 11 from Booker. Struggled that game, as did Russ. We still got the win. Winning 2 straight now, led by Booker. Grimes came off the bench and added 21 points. Booker after 19 a game now. He had an efficient game out of Westbrook. 11, 5, and 5. Getting tough for him to transition, but he's older now. Winning, trying to get to that next level. We got a game against Golden State coming up next. Boston number one in the East, coming off a championship. Pistons second. The Atlantic Division is tough. We got Memphis, they number one in the West now, followed by Golden State, Sacramento, New Orleans, Houston, San Antonio, OKC, and you got the Lakers. We heading into Golden State to face the Warriors. Tim Hardaway just got moved from Malik Beasley. We lost to Golden State behind 26 from Andrew Wiggins and 22 from Chris Middleton, averaging 13 a game, almost 40% from three. Cam Reddish had 23 to lead the way for us. We got a road game against Sacramento Kings. We lost second straight game, losing to Sacramento. With a day of rest before he hit the LA to face the Lakers. Got the W 111-95, led by 20 points from Cam Reddish. Booker only had 15, averaging 19 this season. Again, the shooting switch is good, but maybe he just don't got it in him to get 25 points a game anymore. Even at 27 years old after those injuries. Julius Randle averaging 17 and 10 this season. Quickly averaging 13. Russ been playing well, so coming off the bench and playing more efficiently. A home game against the Detroit Pistons. Up the whole way, leading the whole game. We put out the W 115-110, led by 25 from Devin Booker, only had 14 from Reddish. Westbrook had 5 turnovers and 4 assists. He struggled that game. We got the W. 3 days off rest before we faced the lowly Clippers. They've been struggling this season. They had 5 and 22. Obviously, Kawhi and PG, they not the players they once was. But this team is basically in no man's land at the moment. We got the dub led by 26. Booker at 17 from rest off the bench at a big game. We got a home game next against the Sixers. Been terrible this season starting off. Been one of the worst teams in the NBA. There's not much around Joel Embiid these days. Beat them 115 and 105. By 21 from Cam Reddish. Good facing the Toronto Raptors coming up next. Boston still number one in the East, followed by Detroit. And you got us, then Milwaukee, Charlotte, Cleveland, Brooklyn, Miami, Atlanta. Out west, you got Memphis, Sacramento, Golden State. And De'Aaron Fox been playing extremely well this season, as well as Patrick Baldwin Jr. Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench. Golden State third, New Orleans, Houston, San Antonio, Lakers, OKC, and Dallas. They're struggling this season. Denver struggling as well. Phoenix has came back to earth. They fell all the way down to 14 and 17 after 8-2 start. Proposed trade at this point, looking to get rid of Westbrook. Hasn't been the best fit lately with Devin Booker this season. Not Westbrook at the ball in his hands way less with Booker. Combined with Cam Reddish and Julius Randle. Now he's just going to look to get Russ back to where we're supposed to be, moving back to OKC. It's a move he's looking to make right now. Send Russ back. If they're willing to make a move. Which means we probably going to have to attach some picks to this to get rid of Russ. And they want some first round picks. They're not satisfied with a whole bunch of second round picks. Get them our first round unprotected. And with the future one from the Lakers. They want 3 first round picks and rest for Kelly Oubre. So they got over on us really in that trade. We was ready to move on from Russ. We want to put him still in a good situation. The team he started with the OKC. We can have Kelly Oubre who can be a rotational piece, but he's not guaranteed to just have a for sure spot in the rotation at all times. With that being said, we just want to move off Russ once we realized it was no longer a fit. Oubre gonna get his opportunity. Got a lot of wings in the rotation already. Quickly still in the starting point guard. We got a home game against the Raptors. We off to a good start in this one. The first game without Russ, they came back. We were able to close out a nail-biting win, 105 to 102, led by 24 from Reddish. Booker still only had 19 and struggled. Randall had 9 assists. Could lead the way for us. We still don't got a true point guard at the moment. We just figuring it out. Bulls and Grizzlies. Trade not gonna go through. Now we getting ready. We got the Milwaukee Bucks coming up next. Another one of the top teams in Eastern Conference, despite losing all the talent they done lost in the past couple of years. They're being led by Giannis and Victor Oladipo. Boston number 1 in the East, we 3rd. Brooklyn 4th. Milwaukee 5th. They got by far the least talent out of any team in the top 5. You know, they got a solid starting lineup, but it's really just Giannis out there. You got Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen off the bench. The Miami Heat, Charlotte Hornets, Grizzlies at the top of the West, followed by the Kings, Warriors, Pelicans, Houston, San Antonio, LA, and OKC. You got Dallas and Denver Nuggets trying to make up ground. They lost early in the season when they off to a bad start. The Thunder, obviously, they stacked with all type of young talent, looking at possibly big in the future. League leader so far, Jason Tatum is by far the league leader in score in the NBA so far, almost averaging 35 a game. Joel Embiid leading the league in rebounds so far. Assist leader Killian Hayes off to a blistering start, averaging 24 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists, and almost 2.5 steals. Darius Garland playing well coming off the injury. Evan Mobley leading the league in blocks so far this season. Defensively, Jason Tatum still top 5. Cam Reddish right outside the top 5. The injuries so far this season, Karis LeVert out with a broken leg. Colin Sexton's neck injury currently, so is Desmond Bain. But now we're getting ready to play the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis.